Hey, remember, a closed-faced racket at the low point of your backswing will guarantee you a vertical racketed contact. Remember, from your ready position, remember you bring the racket back, now you're going to drop the racket down, at least a foot lower than the contact point. Notice here the racket face is closed. Now I'm looking at you, but I know that racket face is closed because I can feel that with my left hand. Remember, that left hand is not there as an ornament. Use it to help you get the racket back and to make sure the face is closed. Now, this is not magic. As I swing up, the racket will naturally be vertical at contact. I'm swinging from the shoulder. Provided I swing from the shoulder, if I don't use my wrist or forearm, I'm guaranteed vertical here. Okay, closed face racket here, guarantees vertical there. That's what counts. It doesn't matter who's holding the racket, but the racket has to be vertical when you make contact on 90% of your shots in this game. Okay, a great drill to practice being vertical at contact is to stand next to a net. Stand back about 2 feet from the net at least, because remember, you're going to step in with your lead foot. Now, using the white part of the net as our contact point. Let's just say this is where I'm going to contact the ball on this particular shot. All right, so now the racket's back. I'm about 2 feet away from the net. Now, remember, I've got to drop the racket at least a foot lower than that point. So I drop it, step out. Now, the racket's a foot lower than the white part of the net, and I'm swinging up. Now, notice I've got that brush on my racket there, because this is the feeling you want, especially for topspin. You're brushing up as you hit. So it's that brushing action, low to high, that gives you the topspin. Most people think, you know, topspin, oh, that means I come over, I hit the top of the ball, right? Wrong. You cannot hit the top of the ball and clear the net from the baseline, okay? Think of hitting the equator of the ball. So that imaginary line right around the center of the ball. If you hit above the equator from the baseline, there's no way you can clear the net. So think, there's the ball, you're hitting the equator of the ball and you're brushing up as you hit. So that's the idea. When you practice this, stand about 2 feet away, drop the racket down a foot lower than the white part of the net there, and then just practice brushing up on that net. This is great practice for your topspin. Just low to high and brush up as you hit. Low to high, brushing up. Now, if you hit with a two-handed backhand, stand a little closer to the net, because remember, you're going to hit the ball just slightly in front of your lead foot. So when you drop it down, step right up. See how my lead foot is right next to the net there, right up to the net. Now the palm of the left hand is down, and as I swing up, I'm guaranteed vertical there, and I just keep brushing up. So this is a great drill. If you practice this, it really pays off, because it helps you not only get vertical, but gives you the feeling of brushing up, which will give you topspin. It's a great drill. Pay your dues with this one. Okay, another great drill for practicing being vertical at contact. And remember, this is the most important thing, being vertical at contact. That's all the ball cares about. In 90% of your shots, you have to be vertical when you meet the ball. Now, you can practice this against the fence like this, or you can do it at home against the wall. You put a little mark to determine your contact point. So there's my contact point. Now, I'm standing about 2 feet to 2.5 feet away from the fence for a one-handed backhand. Okay, racket's back. Now remember, I'm going to drop it down a foot lower than that point. Okay, my racket right now is a foot lower than that. Then I swing forward and up from the shoulder, and notice the racket hits the fence vertical. Okay, if you're hitting like this with the racket open or closed, that's not what you want, obviously. You want to hit that fence flush, okay? So you drop it down and swing up, and just practice this. This is a good drill. You can practice this at home, and it really pays off when you get out on the court. Okay, if you're using a two-handed backhand, again, stand closer to the fence, because now your lead foot is going to step right up to the fence. Because when you make contact with the ball, it's just slightly in front of your lead foot. Okay? So remember, the palm is down right here, the racket face is closed. As you swing up, the racket naturally becomes vertical. There's your hit. Now at this point, you just hit through and up. There, the shoulder would go to the chin on your finish. On the one-handed backhand, once you get to here, now you would just create the archway, okay? But these are really good drills. If you practice these, I guarantee you'll improve.